Welcome back to my AKS online class. Last class we discussed about polynomials, degree and zeros.
Next we are going to study about the geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. Okay, how this zero of a polynomial is geometrically represented, graphically represented. Okay, so consider a linear polynomial, that is p of x is equal to ax plus b. For a not equal to 0, you know what is the 0 of that linear polynomial, that's equal to minus of constant term divided by coefficient of x, that's equal to minus of b by a. Clear? So, on 9th standard we study the graph of y is equal to ax plus b. What is y is equal to ax plus b? It is a straight line. You know that. So, how this get? I again explained here. Suppose our example, that means our p of x is equal to polynomial p of x is 2x plus 3. So we are finding out the values of p of x for different values of x. We are putting different values of x, and for different values of x we got different values for this expression p of x or polynomial p of x. Suppose our x is equal to 0. So, I write this as y. Because in order to graphically represent, we have two axes, x-axis and y-axis. That is why I equate this polynomial p of x with a y coordinate. So, y is equal to 2x plus 3. Here we are giving first value x is equal to 0, or y become 2 into 0 plus 3, that's equal to 2 into 0, 0, 0 plus 3, 3. And again x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2 into 1 plus 3, that's equal to 5. X is equal to minus 1, we got y is equal to 2 into minus 1 plus 3, that's equal to 1. And x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to 2 into minus 2 plus 3, minus 4 plus 3, minus 1. Again x is equal to 2, 2 into 2, 4 plus 3, that is equal to 7. Now we are geometrically represented this linear polynomial 2x plus 3. We have two axes, x-axis and y-axis. This is plus x and plus y. The left hand side is minus x. The bottom y-axis is minus y. Clear? So we mark it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 4. Again in the y-axis 1, 2, 3. Positive y-axis, negative y-axis, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So we are going to mark the points 2x plus 3 for different values of x. Suppose our x is 0. What is when x is 0? What is the value of y? Y is 3. So we marked 3 here. Okay, for values of x, y is 3. For what is the value of x? X is equal to 1. What is the value of y? Y is equal to 5. So I marked f5 here. So the value of x is equal to 1. The y become 5. Again we have x is equal to minus 1. What is the value of y? Y is equal to minus 1. The y become equal to 1. So this is another point. So this is 1 point. This is 1 point. So for x is equal to minus 2. When x is equal to minus 2, what is the value? That is minus 1. Again I got a point. X is equal to 2. What is the value? X equal to 2, 7. So this is 7. Okay, just join all these points. We got a straight line. So the graph of 2x plus 3 is equal to a straight line. Clear? That means graph of any polynomial p of x, that is linear polynomial x plus b, is a straight line. Clear? And from this we can see that this straight line cut the x-axis only at one point. The point here. Clear? The straight line p of x 2x plus 3, the graph of 2x plus 3 is a straight line. That graph cut the x-axis at only at one point. That point is known as the zero of the linear polynomial. Clear? That means the graph cut the x-axis, x-coordinate at only at one point. That point is the 0 of the polynomial. That point can easily write because in between -1 and -2 is the point. So we can easily write that point from the equation, that is -3/2. The constant minus of constant by the coefficient term. So we can mark it as -3/2, 0. This is the geometrical meaning of the 0 of the polynomial. So for a linear polynomial, the graph is a straight line and this graph cut the x-coordinate or x-axis at only one point. So we can say that this is the 0 of the linear polynomial. That means it has only one 0. For a linear polynomial has only one 0 that cuts the x-axis at only one point. Clear? The graph 2x plus 3 intersect the x-axis only at one point. That point is known as the 0 of the polynomial. Next, to consider a quadratic polynomial. You know what is a quadratic polynomial? It's a quadratic polynomial. The degree is 2. Highest degree is 2. So, let example p of x is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. So, we are going to draw the graph of this polynomial p of x, and in order to draw the graph, we denote p of x as y. So, for getting the values of this p of x, we are giving different values of this x. So x is equal to, suppose x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, p of 0 is equal to 0 minus 3 into 0 minus 4, that's equal to minus 4. When we are giving x is equal to 1, then 1 square minus 3 into 1 minus 4, the value become minus 6. And we have given p of minus 1, that is minus 1 the whole square minus 3 into minus 1 minus 4, that is 1 minus of minus plus 3 minus 4, that's equal to 0. And p of 2 square minus 3 into 2 minus 4, that's equal to 4 minus 6 minus 4, 4 cut, then the answer is minus 6. Again we have p of minus 2 the whole square minus 3 into minus 2 minus 4, that is 4 minus plus 6 minus 4 cut, again we have 6. Then p of 3 square minus 3 into 3 minus 4, that is 9 minus 4, that is 9 cancel, we have minus 4. P of minus 3, that is minus 3 the whole square minus 3 into minus 3 minus 4, that is 9, minus 3 plus 9 minus 4, that is 14. What is p of 4? 4 square minus 3 into 4 minus 4, that's equal to 16 minus 12 minus 4, that's equal to 0. So we got our polynomial value become equal to 0. So we know for any values of x, our polynomial p of x is 0, that is the 0 of that polynomial. So we have got 1 0. What is that? 4. 4 is the 0 of that polynomial, x square minus 3x minus 4. Again we have p of minus 4, that is minus 4 whole square minus 3 into minus 4 minus 4, that is 16 plus 12 minus 4, that is 24. And from this also we got p of minus 1. For x is equal to minus 1, we got the value p of x is 0. We got another 0. We got 2 zeros here. Clear? Next we are giving x is equal to 5 square minus 3 into 5 minus 4, that is 25 minus 15, that minus 4, that's equal to 10 minus 4, that's equal to 6. Now we are going to draw the graphical representation of this p of x. Okay, so we have two axes, x and y axis. Okay, we are marking x coordinate, y coordinate 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, y positive 1, 2, 3, negative axis minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And we have now we are marking these values here. We know that What is, when x is equal to 0, what is the value here? Minus 4. That is, when 0, the value become minus 4. So we got 1 point. When x is equal to 1, we got the value as minus 6. So x is equal to 1, we got minus 6. Okay. Then x is equal to minus 1, we got 0. When x is equal to minus 1, we got 0. Okay. Then x is equal to 2, we got again minus 6. So x is equal to 2, we got again minus 6. When x is equal to 3, we got minus 4. So we marked x is equal to 3, we got minus 3. You draw this in a graph paper. Okay. So it is very easy to understand. So then x is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. What is the value of p of x? Equal to 0. And x is equal to 5. What is the value? X is equal to 5. P of 5 is equal to 6. So this is 6. Okay. Then x is equal to minus 2. What is the value of x is equal to minus 2? The value is 6 again. So minus 2, the value of 6. And x is equal to minus 3, the value is 14. So it is somewhere here. And we are joining these points. We got the shape like this. Okay. What is this shape? This shape is known as parabola. This shape is known as parabola. Clear? So for a quadratic polynomial, the geometrical representation of a quadratic polynomial gives a parabola. So the general expression for a quadratic polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to p of x, where a not equal to 0, and the shape we got the parabola. Clear? From this we can see that if a is positive, if the coefficient of x square a is positive, that means a greater than 0, the parabola is open upwards. That means the shape of the parabola is like this, open upwards. And if a less than 0, that means if a is negative, the coefficient of x square term is negative, a less than 0, the parabola is open downwards, so the shape is like this. Clear? So from this graph we can clear that when the parabola touches the x-axis at 2 points, that is minus 1 and 4, these are the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. From which we can clear that our expression p of x is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4 has 2 zeros. The zeros are minus 1 and 4. Okay, at these points the parabola touch the x-axis, so the polynomial value become equal to 0. That values are known as the zeros of that polynomial. Is it clear? So we say that for a quadratic polynomial, the geometrical representation gives a parabola, and the parabola may be open upwards and downwards depending upon the value of a. If a is greater than 0, it open upwards. When a is less than 0, it open downwards. From the graph, you can see that the 0 of that quadratic polynomial is a point where the graph cut the x-axis. Clear? And from that we can see that the parabola cut the 2 points, so we got 2 zeros for the quadratic polynomial. And we have 3 cases for this quadratic polynomial. First case is the graph cut the x-axis at 2 distinct points. That we explained with an example. That means this is a graph y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0. The shape, like it may be shaped like this. It cut the 2 points a and a dash, suppose. So it is open downward, so it is when a less than 0, this case. This open upward, so it is a greater than 0. Here we can see that the graph cut the x-axis at 2 points, 2 distinct points. Clear? So this polynomial ax square plus bx plus c has two zeros. Clear? Two zeros. And the next case, the graph cut exactly at one point. Suppose our graph is like this and like this. That means it touched the x-axis only at one point. Clear? So this is ax square plus bx plus c also, where a not equal to 0. This is a graph, parabola. This is the geometrical representation of any quadratic polynomial. If the graph is like this, that means this graph cut the x-axis only at one point. And this also, a parabola cut the axis at only one point. From this, we can say that our 0, it has only one 0. So this quadratic equation, this quadratic polynomial has only one 0. Clear? And the next case, case 3, the graph is either completely above the axis or below the axis. So suppose we got a graph like this and graph like this. This is also ax square plus bx plus c where a not equal to 0. This is also the geometrical representation of a quadratic polynomial. Suppose our graph is like this. Is either above the x-axis or below the x-axis. From the graph, from this graph, we can easily say that this parabola does not touches the x-axis, not cut the x-axis. That means, what is the 0 of this type of polynomial, quadratic polynomial? That means there is no 0 for this. Because why it has no zeros? It does not touch or cut the x-axis. It is above or below the x-axis. So, from these three cases, we can conclude that a quadratic polynomial has either two distinct zeros or it has two equal zeros. Clear?
That means it has only one 0.
Or it has no zeros. That means we concluded that a quadratic polynomial has at most two zeros. Either it has two distinct zeros or it has one 0 or it has no zeros. Okay, it is clear? So next we are going to find out these zeros from the equation itself. Okay, the next class we will discuss about that. So next we are considering a cubic polynomial, that is example p of x is equal to x cubed minus 4x. So we are going to represent geometrically the geometrical representation of zeros of this cubic polynomial. So we are for a geometrical representation we are geometrically draw this polynomial with respect to x. So we mark this polynomial p of x as y coordinate, that is x cube minus 4x. We are putting different values of x. Suppose x is equal to 0, then p of 0 become equal to 0 cube minus 4 into 0, that is equal to 0. X is equal to 1. What is the value of y? P of 1 is equal to 1 cube minus 4 into 1, that is equal to minus 3. X is equal to 2. P of 2 is equal to 2 cube minus 4 into 2, that is equal to 8 minus 8, 0. X is equal to minus 1. Then y is equal to p of minus 1 whole cube minus 4 into minus 1, that is minus 1 plus 4, that's equal to 3. Then x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to minus 2, that's equal to minus 2 whole cube minus 4 into minus 2, that's equal to minus 8 plus 8, that's equal to 0. From this example, we can see that when x is equal to 0, we have the polynomial value becomes 0. When x is equal to 2, the polynomial value become again 0. When x is equal to minus 2, we have again 0. That means we got three zeros. Three zeros of cubic polynomial. Okay, so now we are geometrically represent this cubic polynomial in terms in xy plane. So we are drawing the x-axis and y-axis and mark positive axis, negative x-axis, positive y and negative y-axis. So when value of x is equal to 0, what is the value of p of 0? Or p of 0 become equal to 0 itself. Okay, so we mark a point here. When x is equal to 1, our value become minus 3. So x is equal to 1, the value become minus 3. X is equal to 2 or value is 0, then x is equal to 2, the value is 0. And when x is equal to minus 1, again the value is 3. So x is equal to minus 1, the value is like this, the point here. X is equal to minus 2, the again y is equal to 0. So a point again here. So we join these points, we got a curve like this. So this is the shape of a cubic polynomial geometrical representation. Okay, so in a geometrical representation of a cubic polynomial, we got a shape like this. From this we can clear that this graph cut the x-axis at 3 points. Clear? It cut the x-axis at 3 points. So for a cubic polynomial, it has 3 zeros. Okay, for this example, the zeros are minus 2, 0 and 2. These are the zeros of this cubic polynomial. P of x is equal to x cube minus 4x. Clear? And when we discussed about the case of the quadratic polynomial, this graph may be either upward, downward, and it may be either touch 1 point, 2 point, and maximum number this graph touches the x-axis is 3 because it is a cubic polynomial. The maximum number, the utmost number of zeros in this cubic polynomial is 3. Maximum number of zeros in this cubic polynomial is 3. At most number of zeros in this cubic polynomial is 3. So from this explanation of this geometrical representation of linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial, in general we can say that any polynomial p of x of degree n has the at most n zeros. That means the maximum number of zeros of that polynomial p of x with degree n is n. Clear? So for a cubic polynomial, the maximum number of zeros present in that cubic polynomial is 3. For a quadratic polynomial is 2. For a linear polynomial is 1. So this is all about the geometrical representation of zeros of the polynomial. So the next class we will discuss about how these zeros are easily find out from the equation itself for a quadratic polynomial. So I am going to wind up this class. So I think you clear this section. All of you understand this geometrical representation very well. So if you like this video, please subscribe and share it to your friends also. Okay, thank you.